So I saw 50 Shades Darker last night. Yeah, I'm just gonna reach here into my wallet. Got my man card. Got my scissors. Might as well just cut it up right now. Just go like that. There you go. When a wounded Christian Grey tries to entice a cautious Anastasia Steele back into his life, she demands a new arrangement before she will give him another chance. As the two begin to build trust and find stability, shadowy figures from Christian's past start to circle them, determined to destroy their hopes for a future together. 50 Shades Darker stars Dakota Johnson, Jamie Dornan, Kim Basinger, Luke Grimes, and Eloise Mumford. It is rated R for strong erotic sexual content, some graphic nudity, and language. Well, I didn't hate it. Now, I never saw the first movie, 50 Shades of Grey. I did see bits and pieces of it while doing theater checks and ushing 2 years ago at the movie theater where I work at, and that was enough for me. I'm not the target demographic for that movie, and I had zero interest in seeing the sequel. But, now I have this YouTube channel, and I'm trying to see as many new wide releases as I can and review them all for you. And I wrote a Facebook post, I think on Thursday, where I was pondering seeing this, and a good friend mentioned that she wanted to see it. Now, I can't say no to her, and so we went last night, and I gotta be honest, I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it, but I certainly didn't love it. And really, this is just a bad movie. The acting is so stilted and so wooden and so just blah. Dakota Johnson and Jamie Dornan have next to zero chemistry together. Anastasia apparently ends the previous film and starts this film not wanting anything to do with Christian Grey. She gets flowers from him congratulating her on her new job, and she's tempted to throw them in the trash. That's how much she doesn't want anything to do with the guy. Flash forward like 10 minutes into this film, and Christian is all like, I want you back. And she's like, okay, let's have some kinky fuckery. Yes, kinky fuckery. That kinky fuckery is an actual phrase uttered in this film. Bring on the kinky fuckery. The dialogue is just awkward and just not good. It was almost Anakin and Padme level of awkwardness and lack of chemistry. In fact, I was waiting for Anastasia to say, I truly, deeply love you. And seriously, this is another line that's actually in the movie. You may have taught me how to fuck, but Anastasia taught me how to love. Or the moment when Anastasia is feeling Christian's face, and she's like, it's spiky. Because in this movie, he has stubble going on, and apparently in the previous film, he was clean-shaven in the first film. Or something. I mean, that's the kind of dialogue that you get here. Along with the kinky fuckery. Now, I don't know a whole lot about E.L. James, or whatever her name is, who wrote the books, but I do know that she started writing this crap as fan fiction for the Twilight series. Yeah, one bad franchise spawned another, even worse franchise. Except this franchise has kinky fuckery. Yay! I mean, there was kind of an interesting subplot about Anastasia getting a new job and then getting promoted and whatever, and I kind of got into that. In the hands of a competent writer and director and competent actors and people that are just invested in doing a good job and making a good film, that could have been an interesting part of the movie. And I gotta talk about this. Spoiler warning, whatever, I don't give a shit. I need to talk about this. Spoilers be damned. If you haven't seen the movie, come back and watch this review later. I just need to talk about this. Around the start of the third act, out of fucking nowhere, there's this action sequence that feels completely out of place, where Christian is flying a helicopter. But isn't he rich? Doesn't he have a pilot? And why the hell is he flying himself? Anyway, he's flying with this helicopter, and it crashes. And there's a sequence where everybody's concerned about him and his well-being, because the helicopter's crashed, and he's gone missing, they can't find him, whatever. Then, 2 minutes later, literally 2 minutes later, he walks in the door, barely a scratch on him. And he's all like, "What are you guys doing here?" Seriously? This movie is pretty boring at times, and it's kind of bad. I mean, let's be honest here, this is definitely not a good movie by any means. Yet that could maybe be excused if the movie was actually sexy. It's like, you can forgive a bad story in a horror movie if you still get scared. And you can forgive bad story in a comedy if you still laughed a lot. I could forgive this movie being boring if it was at least sexy, because that's what it's trying to do. But it isn't sexy. The sex scenes are ridiculous and almost comical. You don't get all hot and bothered with them because you don't care about the two characters, you don't care about the relationship, and you don't care about their kinky fuckery. There were moments when I was just waiting for the cheesy porn music to kick in. You know, the bow chicka bow wow kind of stuff. Like at the beginning of the first American Pie film. But yeah, that didn't happen. It might have made it for a more entertaining movie if it did, but it didn't, and that made me sad. This movie is just boring, and I don't care. I didn't care about it. I don't understand why Anastasia wants to be with a dude who is very clearly manipulating her at every turn. A crazy, psychopathic, stalker kind of guy. I don't get it. I mean, apparently she broke up with him for a reason at the end of the first movie. This movie opens up and she still doesn't want anything to do with him. But then they meet again and all of a sudden they're back having kinky fuckery. I don't understand it. And honestly, I don't give a kinky fuckery about these characters or the relationship. But I will say this. If Dakota Johnson's nipples don't get nominated for Best Supporting Actress, I'm going to boycott the Oscars next year. I'm just saying. Great performance by her nipples. I mean, I'm a 40-year-old single dude. And yeah, I thought they did a good job. So there. Best Supporting Actress, Dakota Johnson's nipples. Bank on it right now. This movie really feels like something that you would find on a rainy Saturday afternoon, around 3 o'clock, you're flipping through the channels, you come upon Lifetime. You know, those cheesy, stupid, romantic dramas on Lifetime. You know the kind of movies that I'm talking about. Except that this movie has more graphic nudity and kinky fuckery. And really, that's the best way that I can describe it. This movie is not horrible. I did not hate it. It was just boring. My expectations were at the very bottom of the basement. You know, I had zero expectations. I went into the theater dreading it. But there's at least a concept of maybe, possibly, a halfway decent story in there somewhere, had this not originated as bad Twilight fanfiction. I'm going to give 50 Shades Darker a 1 out of 5. I mean, look, if you're a fan of the books, you're probably going to like this movie. If you're into kinky fuckery, you're probably going to like this movie. If you're into movies that are so bad that there's enjoyment to be found there somewhere, you're probably going to like this movie. Like I said, it's not awful. It did surpass my expectations, which admittedly were like rock bottom. The bar was not set high at all. But it did surpass them nonetheless. So have you guys seen 50 Shades Darker yet? If so, what did you think? What is your favorite erotic thriller? Let me know by signing off in the comment section down below. And if you need to catch up and see the first movie, like I do, except that's not going to happen, I'm not going to watch that. But anyway, if you want to see the first movie, 50 Shades of Grey, go ahead and click that link in the description down below and buy 50 Shades of Grey on Blu-ray from Amazon. You'll still be getting Amazon's awesome service, and you'll be helping out my channel at the same time. So go ahead and click that link. You guys, thank you so much as always for watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you liked this video, please go ahead and click that thumbs up button. That really helps me out a lot. And then make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel here and that you click the little bell icon, notification icon, next to where it says subscribe. That way you'll get notified the minute that I drop a new movie review or any one of my other shows. You guys can find me online at jeffitosmovieblog.com. on Facebook at Jeffito's Movie Blog, and on Twitter simply at Jeffito's Blog. Thanks again for watching, and until next time, with more kinky fuckery, I will see you at the movies. Bye-bye.